Good morning. I'm a gastroenterologist, a gut doctor, a tummy specialist, and I also subspecialize in liver diseases called hepatology. And again, the patients that I see in the clinic, they they tell me that whenever they see a doctor, they do tests, they make diagnoses, they give them treatment, but they never ever ask them about what food they are eating and never ever advise them what they should eat and not eat with respect to that particular health goal. Suppose you have got arthritis, what food should you avoid? If you have got high blood pressure, is there any special way of eating? If you suffer from food allergies, what should you do? The reason most doctors will not talk about this because they are never trained on this. They don't feel qualified enough. They don't feel confident enough. And unfortunately, even us, the gastroenterologist who are supposed to be the gut specialist, the food specialist, we have diverted that knowledge, that wisdom, that experience to dietitians and nutritionists. But it is so important for every specialist, be cardiologist, be brain specialist, psychiatrist, neurologist, kidney specialist. You need to know about your food because we are made up of food. Our body is nothing but everything that I consumed when I was just born. And even in the uterus, I ate whatever my mother's blood fed me through the umbilical vein. Now, we have made it unnecessarily complicated, like what should he eat, what she should not eat. Have I got allergy to this? Am I eating too much? Am I eating too little? Should I be eating more protein or fat is bad and all that? So I'll make it very simple. We can eat everything and anything unless it's a poison. Now, watch it. This thing we know is very healthy. Water, everybody's dry, dehydrated, etc. Barring few who are volume overloaded like liver cirrhosis patient or heart failure patient or kidney problem. Yes, we are all dry, but do not overconsume water. That can cause problem because you are forcing your kidney to unnecessarily work. Kidney is very clever organ. If you are dehydrated, your urine will go darker, more dark yellow, and that's your signal. Thirst will come way later. Okay, so watch your urine color. If your urine color is becoming more than slight yellow, drink at least 1 cup. Yeah, I know some of us cannot drink a lot of water. I can only drink in one go up to this. Unless I wake up in the morning when I'm a bit thirsty, body's dry, up to this much. So that's my first drink I drink in the morning. My second drink is, this one, handmade coffee. Okay, in this machine, which I showed in my many videos, is called Italian stovetop, and there are many tips I learned only not so long ago. I'll tell you. First, low flame. Second, put hot water there, not cold water, so the extraction of coffee is uniform and it is not bitter. And watch, the moment you see the smooth, gentle overflowing is stopped and it is starting to spatter, stop it, because then the bitter bit is coming because the coffee is now going to be burned. Okay, so that's my second food. Normally I wake up at 5, so I won't touch it before 6. 1 hour is minimum. Then I go for a run. I prepare all of this. I go for a run, and when I come back, I meditate with my second cup of coffee. When I say meditation, I just sit down, close my eyes, and take deep breathing and reflect what happened yesterday. Emotion, I try to feel yesterday's emotions, because now that the day is gone, I feel more okay. So I was panicking about this. See, it just become all right at the end. So you basically detach all the emotion of yesterday, but learn from the lessons of yesterday. That's my coffee meditation. I'll be sitting down on the floor, anywhere I can sit down with my back against the wall, head up. I've got earplugs in my ear. I'll be looking slightly upwards, eyes closed, set a timer, 5 minutes, I do it. And at the end of 5 minutes, if I feel like I extend it by another 5 minutes, but 5 minutes is something, the morning coffee meditation. Then shower, out, hospital, 8 o'clock start, and then maybe around 10 o'clock I feel a bit hungry again, thirsty again, so I will have a ashwagandha tea. And this is not same tea, so this is my end, almost coming to the end of my 3rd week. So you need to vary everything. This varies every day, but this varies. I just, some of the components will change every day. The thing about diet or food, should I say, is amount. You have to be measured, because if I don't measure it, I can eat 3 of this, 3 boxes of this, or 3 boxes of that. So obviously the bit which is not so attractive, like maybe this or this, then maybe you won't. But something which is as craving as this salty, crispy stuff, or sugary, chewy stuff, we can go on. Okay, so this is how I break my fast. It's a intermittent fasting. So eat for 8 hours, don't eat for 16 hours. That's 16 hours your body heals. If you keep on eating, as we are told as a child, eat frequent and small, that's a crap advice. Don't do that. Yeah, unless you've got special situation like gastroparesis that your stomach cannot hold even this much of food. This weighs 600 grams. It's quite a standard, decent lunch volume. Go by volume, because although different volume will be different, if you fill it with high calorie stuff, it will be different, but it's a rough idea. So this green smoothie is a must for every day. The composition vary, but current composition is, the current greens are hemp powder and spirulina powder. Okay, and it's powder. You can make a paste in a blender like this, whatever greens you want. See, it's still not bubbling. And then put it in the ice cube, freeze it, and just put two veg cube in it, but the rest are same, which will be lassi. Lassi is made up of yogurt, honey, or any rock sugar, or any kind of sugar which is not plain white sugar, and then 1 lime squeezed, and salt. And today I have used a different salt. I use this, but normally I use rock salt, only because my daughter bought it and didn't like it, so I put 1 of this in. I understood the value of salt when I was doing a 100-kilometer hike in Lake District. You don't realize how much salt is important in life. Okay, so this is my lunch, and I always will carry a little bit of salt and pepper. And it has got, I don't know how many different things. It has got skin of salmon, chicken breast. It has got some of the beef burger leftover. It has got avocado, spring onion, pickled onion, pepper, which you cannot see, and I'm trying to remember now, coriander, cucumber, artichokes. Maybe I'm still forgetting some. So that's my lunch. And after lunch, I will meditate again. When I say meditate, just sit down. Don't make meditation a bit complicated. Just sit down and just see what happened. Because, at 1 o'clock, half of the day is gone. And a lot of things happen. See, it should be like slow ooze like that, yeah? And that's the best extraction of the caffeine from those ground coffee. Okay, now my ear will be going half to there. Okay, I better stop this very soon. So this is the time you stop. Can you see? Nothing coming out, and immediately you take it out, otherwise it will burn. So I'll just take it out. It's quite hot, and this has got a zing. This coffee is nothing like the one you can get with instant coffee. Like this, I stopped using this coffee long time ago. And of course you will be diluting it. Caffeine is probably the only polyphenols Americans use, because nobody is getting the rainbows. And this is probably the commonly used psychedelics, like a mood altering substance, because there's got many properties. So immediately after lunch, I like some chewy, gooey, sweet stuff, but to make it a bit more healthy, I put blueberries and some almonds in it. But this is quite sugary, mango. dry mango. Okay, so around so that's my 1 o'clock, 1 to 2 o'clock, and around 5 o'clock I feel like, oh, I need something, and then comes my normal tea. That's like a normal British tea, and my crispy salties. Again, I made it a bit healthy, adding nuts and seeds, but it sometime will have some chanachur, which is not very healthy. And when I do my evening clinic, particularly those days, I will carry this because my evening clinic sometimes can run up to 9:30. Then I'll have a shake, a protein shake. I will also do that the days I'm doing weight training. When I say weight, I not manage to go to gym all the time, but I'll be doing weight training using my body weight called calisthenics all the time. So as coffee will be brewing, I'll have done 30 push-ups here by that time. So that's it. And when I come home, I will have dinner with my family, which I tend to cook at least 5-6 times a day. This is nothing like this. This is basically stir fry type of cooking. But the protein in this cooking is coming from the leftovers of that cooking. So I'm not cooking in the morning, if that makes sense. So this was uncooked, but I used leftovers from other foods. Like this chicken curry I made, this is the chicken from that curry. This salmon, you can see, this is the salmon I made 2 days ago. All right, so it's a rough idea. You can mix and match, but unless you pay attention to your food, your health is not going to change. All the foods are glorious. You just need to know when to eat it, how to eat it, how much to eat it, and what activity should follow before and after. What sort of mood should follow before and after. What sort of energy level will prompt you to eat one particular kind of food, but not the other kind of food. So you need to know that because of my knowledge and special interest and my training in gastroenterology, because I know what causes upsets in the gut and energy level. But I had to self-teach myself about the food side of things, which sadly universities are not paying much attention. But this is a cheap win for NHS. Spending money on NHS not going to work. Is preventative health, how to increase mental fitness, food fitness, and physical fitness. Have a lovely fit day.